This is our third walk from Henley. We're just stood on the bridge looking towards the Red Line Hotel, and you can see the church there, look. And then if you headed forward there, that'd go towards the centre. We're just near the bridge now, just having a quick look round Henley. Well, certainly down by the river anyway. We're looking towards the bridge now, and we'll just have a pan round slightly. All we're doing is just giving you a rough idea in our 3 films as to what Henley looks like if you've never been here. And at the far side of the river, that's where all the crowds will gather for the Henley Regatta. We're going to make our way towards our walk, and we'll be back to you with details of where we're going to start. Well, this is our third walk. We're about 2 miles outside Henley on Thames at a place called Mill End. We're going to walk up to Hambleden and then to Medmenham and then follow the Thames back to Mill End. It's around. We're in the car park now, free parking, and there's toilets at the end. Just at the end of the car park near the toilets, we've got a little plaque there telling us all about the Hambleden Valley, and we'll be keeping our eye open for red kites and that today. So we turn right out of the car park, walk 100 yards and then turn left. The sign says Rotten Row, and then turn immediately left again through the little gate, and we're walking on the inside towards Hambleden. We've a field full of cows just grazing away, and glorious weather, and the scenery's absolutely stunning, so I think we're in for a great day today. I think there's going to be a lot to be filmed today, so we'll give you as much as we can, like we do, loads of little bits. We walk to the end of the field, cross over a little track, through the gate, and we can see Hambleden in front of us. We head forward. You're walking with a taxi driver today. We've made our way across the field now. We're just on the outskirts of Hambleden. At the bridge we turn right down the road. We're just coming into Hambleden now. We're going to have a look around. We're just in the centre of the village now. We see there's a little tea room on our left. We're stood just near the water pump looking into the churchyard, and we'll have a quick look round the churchyard while we're here. And this is the view from the back of the churchyard. It's a beautiful little village, is this. We're just wandering round the side, just trying to get a shot. There's some massive trees here, but it's a beautiful churchyard. We're just inside the church now, and there's a memorial there in front of us. It says, "To the memory of the noble knight Sir Cope Donley, 1633. That's beautiful, is that? All the little details of the time you can see on all the sort of marble or whatever else it is. Well, we'll leave it at that. And we're just taking a quick picture inside the church. It's beautiful with flowers all on the windowsills, and there's a lady here putting all them together, and the real flowers, and it looks fantastic in here. You can see on either side the real flowers, and it smells lovely with the scent. There's been an important funeral here about a week ago, and they're leaving the flowers in because in the next few days there's a wedding, and they do look fantastic. Well, that were very nice of the lady to show us round the church and let us have a little film, and we left a donation. We're heading slightly left now out the churchyard. We're just at the side of the church now, and if you look at the woodwork on the beaming in the roof and the little tiny windows, you can certainly tell that's an old house there, and it looks fantastic, it really does. We're just stood in front of the church now, and you can see the little square there, look. And we've some builders at this side repairing the house. We turn left out of the church and walk past the war memorial. So we head forward uphill now past the Stag and Huntsman pub. That's on your right hand side. You can call in there for a meal if you want and a drink. Walk forward past the pub. You've got the car park on your right hand side, free parking, but we walk straight forward on the tarmac track. It says private road, access only, but you're allowed up there. And there's a market here every second Saturday of the month. So we're heading forward, slightly uphill. We head forward uphill 100 yards. We see the public footpath sign. We turn right there. We're heading towards Medmenham. So we're heading forward under like an arch of trees, and you can see the sunshine at the other end. It looks pretty nice where I'm stood. We walk forward a couple of 100 yards to the end of the wall on your left hand side. You'll see paths going off to your left, but we ignore that. We just keep heading straight forward. We look to our right hand side and we can see the path that we came in on, and there's plenty of people walking here, look, loads of them, and there's the view. And then we look straight forward and, you know, that's not too bad a shot neither, is it? As you can see, we're sort of walking down a leafy lane with sun coming down. It's great, it really is. We keep heading forward. We've got this butterfly here just landed in front of us. He's gone. We're just sunning himself there. We walk along till the track splits. We turn left uphill. We walk forward a couple of 100 yards uphill along the track. Come to an open field, turn right there. You'll see the gate in front of you, just at the edge of the trees. As soon as you get into the wood, there's a path off to your right, but we're gonna follow the path up through the woodland and keep our eye open for some wildlife. So we walk through the wood till we meet the road, cross over to the other side, through the gate, sign says Hambleden Estate. We walk forward 100 yards and the path splits into two, but we bear off to the left, slightly uphill. You can see the little marker post on your left hand side. As we walk along, we're in the open fields now. We look to our left hand side and in the distance we can see what looks like a sort of an oldie worldy farmhouse. It looks pretty good from here, it really does. After the farm, you drop down through a wood, following the arrows. We're slowly making our way down towards the road. We've come to an open field on our left hand side and we look back up the valley there and that looks fantastic. We just keep heading forward. The road's down below us. We walk down to the road, turn left, heading towards Medmenham on the path. We're just coming into the village now and we've got the Dog and Badger pub on our left hand side. It says circa 1390. Just at the other side of the road from the Dog and Badger we've got the church, St Peter's and St Paul's it's called, and the sign up there saying Medmenham. We turn right at the church. We're going down Ferry Lane. This is only a tiny little village, but as we're walking down Ferry Lane we can't resist to take a shot of these houses in front of us. And as we go down the lane we'll just give you a quick look. As we walk down the road we've got a field that's being turned over by the farmer. And there's red kites everywhere, flying all over. We've got about 10 I'd say. But not quite in my view at the moment. Yeah, there they are, you can see them just above the trees. There we are, can you see? But there's at least 10 here. Aeroplane going above. There's red kites everywhere. And we've had red kites all day long, to be honest, for the last 3 days. That's all we've done. Everywhere we've gone, we've seen red kites. I've never seen as many in my life. Well, I think we'll leave that for now. We make our way down to the river. And then we turn right. We're heading towards Mill End now. So we're just steadily following the river back now. And if we see anything of interest, we'll film it. And as we make our way along the river, we see boats parked up. It's only a fiver to park along here. And it's nice and quiet on this area. Big open field, and you know, grass is pretty short. You can just sit in your deck chair and look over the river and just enjoy the summer sunshine. Well, we're looking out for kingfishers and that, but I can see a bird up here, look. I don't know what that is. Let's have a look. It might be a cormorant. Yeah, there he is, cormorant there. We were told there's a lot of kingfishers down here, but we haven't been lucky enough to see one. But just as I look across the water, the tree at the other side, we've got a cormorant. And as we walk through our next field, we've got a line of geese in front of us, probably about 100, and they're in with the sheep, and they're just both of them grazing away there, look. And then just to our left hand side we've a cruiser going down the river there, look. And an aeroplane above, and as that one goes through, another one comes up behind it. And I'm pretty sure I can see a swan at the back, so, or no, it might be a white goose. We'll have a look. We head towards it. It's a white goose, so that's escaped from a farmyard somewhere. We'll leave it at that. We've got a load of ducks in. We've got a load of geese in the water now. At the far side I can see a grebe, so we'll have a closer look. Yeah, there he is. He's keeping still for us. The geese are swimming towards it, but it doesn't seem to bother it. And now we've got a boat coming. But the grebe's still there. And there's a fair bit of waves coming off it. We'll leave that for now. Well, we've another boat coming up river now. Well, there we have a heron. Well, I can't see him, he's in the grass somewhere. Well, we'll leave that for now. Well, if you lived in that house on the left-hand side, you'd certainly have a good view of the river. And we've got a boat coming up now, look. There's loads of activity going on the Thames around Henley. So it's quite nice to be able to put it down on film. And as this boat gets closer, let's see if we can see anybody on board. Oh, leave that. Well, I said there was a heron flying about. He's landed on the fence, look. He just moved off, landed on the fence. Let's have a quick look. Well, you can't fault that. Plenty of wildlife down this stretch. The only thing we haven't seen is a kingfisher, but red kites, herons, cormorants, there's plenty of stuff. And a lot of other birds that we can't mention, or because we don't know the names. But here we are. We've got a heron sat on a fence, keeping an eye on us. What more can you ask for? Well, we'll leave it at that. We've a boat going by there. We've a couple of swans in the background, and with some type of geese here. We don't know. We're going to get a close-up. There's like a white wing on them. Well, what type of geese or birds these are, we don't know. They're very tame. We're only about 30 foot away. And they're not bothered about us. Just sat there posing in the sunshine. And then just at back of me now, we've got some swans, so we're going to have a quick look at them. But they look a beautiful bird to them. With the evening sunshine now reflecting off the water, we get some great pictures, so you do need your camera if you walk along the Thames. Well, we'll leave that for now. As we walk along, we see this like thatched house in front of us. We turn right in front of it. We walk forward a couple 100 yards, past the second house. We turn left through the hedge. We're heading towards Mill End now. That'll bring you out onto a tarmac track. We head forward down there towards Mill End now. We're nearly back now. Well, as we walk into the end of the lane, we think we've seen a little parakeet fly up, and there we are. And there he is, a green parakeet. He's gone. Well, we think we saw a parakeet there. We'll have to have a look at the computer when we get home. We go up to the road, then turn left. Just take your next turn right, that'll lead you up to the car park. We're back now 50 yards up the road. On our left hand side we've got the car park. We hope you've enjoyed our walk round a tiny part of the Chiltern Hills, down to the River Thames and back. You've been walking with a taxi driver today.